She at least takes 4 steps at minimum. She might have taken 5. She hops, stutter steps, and doesn't put the ball down until she gets in the paint.
All the headlines will be Reeve cries foul. Bring it on, right? Bring it on. Because this shit was stolen from us.
Imagine a world where basketball games are as scripted as reality TV. Well, folks, we might be living in it. Rachel DeMita, our new favorite sports detective, just blew the whistle on the WNBA Finals, and it's juicier than Trump's secret hamburger stash.
Last night's WNBA Finals game was absolutely rigged, and there is so much proof. What a terrible way to end this WNBA season.
Sometimes you get away with stuff when you're physical and aggressive, and they certainly did. You know, it's a shame that officiating, you know, had such a hand in a series like this.
She's got proof that'll make your jaw drop faster than Rudy Giuliani's hair dye. We're talking traveling violations ignored, phantom fouls called, and a commissioner dressed like she's auditioning for I Heart NY, the musical. Buckle up, Buttercup, because this scandal's got more layers than Trump's spray tan. Remember when Trump claimed he won the election? Well, the WNBA just pulled a similar move, but with basketball. They're acting like nothing fishy happened, but we've got our eyes peeled like a banana in a monkey cage. Picture this, it's the WNBA Finals. Tensions are higher than Trump's ego and everyone's on edge. Suddenly, Breanna Stewart of the New York Liberty gets the ball. Now, Stewie's usually smoother than a politician's promises, but this time, she looked like she was doing the cha-cha slide on the court. Let's break it down like we're explaining Trump's tweets to a 5-year-old. Stewart catches the ball, takes 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Wait, what? In basketball, that's a no-no bigger than wearing socks with sandals. It's called traveling, folks, and it's about as legal as Trump's tax return. But hold on to your jerseys because the refs were apparently too busy daydreaming about their next coffee break to notice. They let it slide like butter on a hot pancake. We've got slow-mo footage that's clearer than Trump's love for fast food, and it shows Stewart taking more steps than a Fitbit convention. Now you might be thinking maybe it was just a split-second thing? Nah, fam. We've got experts scratching their heads harder than Trump trying to understand climate change. Former NBA ref Steve Javie took one look and said, "That's a travel, clear as day." Even my grandma, who thinks basketball is just tall people fighting over an orange, could see it was a violation. So what did the refs say when everyone and their dog called them out? Brace yourselves, because this explanation is wilder than Trump's hair in a windstorm. They said, and I'm not making this up, that Stewart gathered the ball on her 3rd step, so it doesn't count as traveling. Say what now? That's like saying it's not speeding if you close your eyes while doing 90 in a school zone. This gathering excuse is about as believable as Trump's crowd size claims. It's got basketball fans more riled up than a Twitter war between political rivals. People are calling foul, demanding justice, and wondering if the refs need stronger glasses or maybe just a refresher course in the basic rules of the game. But wait, there's more nonsense coming. This traveling fiasco was just the appetizer in a full course meal of questionable calls. Strap in, folks, because we're about to dive into a free throw fest that'll make your head spin faster than Trump trying to pronounce anonymous. Remember when Trump said he had the biggest inauguration crowd ever? Well, the WNBA refs just one-upped him in the "are you kidding me" department. What if I told you that one team got so many free throws they could have built a wall with them? And no, Mexico didn't pay for those either. The WNBA Finals turned into a foul calling fiesta that'd make even the most trigger-happy traffic cop blush. On one side, you've got the New York Liberty getting more calls than a telemarketer during dinner time. On the other, the Minnesota Lynx wondering if they accidentally wore invisibility cloaks instead of jerseys. Let's break it down like we're explaining Trump's foreign policy to a toddler. New York players were getting fouls called for the slightest touch. We're talking softer contact than a feather tickling a marshmallow. Meanwhile, Minnesota players were getting mauled like they were in a bear hugging contest, and the refs were all, "What? I didn't see nothing." Take Nafisa Collier, for instance. Poor Nafisa was out there getting literally smacked in the face more times than Trump's been fact-checked. In another play, there was clear contact across the arms that went completely ignored. It's like the refs were playing see no evil, hear no evil, call no foul, but only for one team. Even the pros were scratching their heads harder than Trump trying to understand renewable energy. Isaiah Thomas, former NBA player and current master of understatement, tweeted, "They low-key cheated for New York, but I get it, LOL." When a pro baller is calling out cheating with a LOL, you know things are more messed up than a game of Monopoly with your most competitive cousin. The free throw disparity was so big, it makes Trump's ego look humble in comparison. It's got folks wondering if this game was more fixed than a rigged carnival game. We're not saying it was predetermined, but if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and hands out free throws like candy on Halloween to one team, well, you do the math. By the end of this free throw festival, the difference was as clear as Trump's love for fast food. One team practically lived at the free throw line, while the other was treated like they had cootie. The impact on the game, let's just say it was about as subtle as Trump's Twitter feed. But hold on to your sports bras, folks, because this referee rodeo was just the warm-up act. The real kicker? It wasn't just the players noticing something fishier than last week's sushi. Stay tuned, because we're about to dive into a fashion statement that screams bias louder than Trump's hair color screams totally natural. Just when you thought the WNBA Finals couldn't get any more controversial, the league's top dog decides to turn the trophy presentation into her own personal New York Fashion Week. Seriously, who needs refs when the commissioner's dress is doing all the signaling? It's like she took hometown advantage and bedazzled it. But hold on to your jerseys, folks. This wardrobe malfunction might just be the tip of the bias iceberg. Now let's talk about the big cheese of women's basketball, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Usually, when you're handing out trophies, you want to look about as neutral as Switzerland during a world war. But Kathy? She showed up looking like she raided the gift shop at the Empire State Building. Picture this, a dress so New York-centric, it makes the Statue of Liberty look subtle. We're talking a skyline print that showcased more Big Apple landmarks than a tourist's Instagram feed. The Empire State Building, the Freedom Tower, it was all there, folks. It's like she was trying to out-Trump Trump in the subtle as a sledgehammer department. Social media exploded faster than Trump's Twitter feed on a bad hair day. Memes were flying around quicker than excuses at a political press conference. One user quipped, "Did Engelbert forget she's the commissioner of the whole league? Not just New York?" Another chimed in, "I've seen less biased outfits at a team's fan convention. It was a fashion disaster that had more people talking than Trump's latest verbal gaffe." But it wasn't just keyboard warriors throwing shade. Former WNBA players were raising eyebrows higher than Trump's approval ratings in California. They were all asking the same question. What in the name of basketball was she thinking? One ex-player put it bluntly, "In my day, we at least tried to hide the bias. This is like wearing a Go Team sign around your neck." So, what's the deal? Was Engelbert secretly auditioning for a Broadway show about the Big Apple? Did she lose a bet with the Statue of Liberty? Or was this a not-so-subtle wink to New York, like a referee wearing one team's jersey under their striped shirt? Here's the real kicker. This fashion faux pas is making people question the whole WNBA leadership faster than Trump questions election result. It's got folks wondering if the league's top brass has the chops to run a lemonade stand, let alone a major sports organization. In a world where even a ref's shoelace color can spark conspiracy theories, Engelbert's New York cosplay is about as welcome as a pop quiz on a Monday morning. It's raising more red flags than a Marx rally and leaving basketball fans more confused than Trump reading a teleprompter. But if you thought a biased dress was bad, buckle up, buttercup. We're about to dive into a post-game interview that makes Engelbert's fashion choice look as tame as a kitten in comparison. Get ready for some coach comments spicier than Trump's favorite taco bowl. Remember when your mom used to say, "It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye"? Well, in the WNBA, it's all fun and games until a respected coach goes full nuclear in a post-game interview. Cheryl Reeve just pulled a move so unexpected, it's like Trump suddenly endorsing vegetables. What pushed this normally level-headed coach over the edge? Let's set the scene. Cheryl Reeve, head coach of the Minnesota Lynx, is usually cooler than the other side of the pillow. She's known for her poise and professionalism, kind of like how Trump is known for his, well, let's not go there. Point is, Reeve's about as likely to lose her cool as a penguin is to get a sunburn. But after this game, hoo boy, Reeve went from 0 to nuclear faster than Trump can type "Cov Fief." In her post-game interview, she didn't just speak her mind, she unleashed it like a fireworks display on the 4th of July. We're talking full on, no holds barred, I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore mode. Reeve didn't just dip her toes in the controversy pool, she did a cannonball. She declared, "I know all the headlines will be, Reeve cries foul. Bring it on, right? Bring it on, because this was stolen from us." Stolen? Yikes. That's the kind of accusation that makes league officials sweat more than Trump at a fact-checking convention. But wait, there's more. Reeve demanded consistency in officiating, saying, "If you don't want to call it one way, then don't call it the other. Be consistent." Every team asked for that, right? It's like she was channeling every frustrated fan who's ever yelled at their TV during a game. Now, here's where it gets as dicey as Trump's relationship with the truth. The WNBA has rules against publicly criticizing officials. It's like Fight Club. The first rule is you don't talk about the refs. Breaking this rule could lead to fines, reprimands, or even suspensions. Reeve knew this, but she went ahead anyway. Like a basketball Robin Hood, consequences be damned. This isn't just a temper tantrum. It's a grenade lobbed right into the heart of the WNBA's credibility. When a respected coach starts throwing around words like stolen, it raises more eyebrows than a Trump tweet at 3 a.m. It's got people questioning the integrity of the whole league faster than you can say rigged. But here's the million-dollar question, folks. Why would Reeve risk it all like this? What could push a usually composed coach to go full Trump at a rally mode? Is this the start of a bigger storm brewing in the WNBA? Or just a one-off explosion of frustration? Strap in, sports fans. This drama's got more layers than Trump's comb-over, and we're just getting started. Well, folks, it looks like the WNBA's reputation is on shakier ground than Trump's relationship with the truth. This whole mess has fans questioning everything faster than you can say voter fraud. From phantom travels to free throw bonanzas, it's clearer than Trump's love for fast food that something's gotta change. So here's the deal. If you care about fair play in women's sports, it's time to make some noise, demand answers, push for transparency, and don't let this slide like Trump's tax return. Because if we can't trust the integrity of our sports, what's next? Rigged bake sales, fixed dog show. In a world where even basketball isn't safe from drama, who can we really trust to play fair? It's enough to make you wonder if the only truly honest game left is solitaire. And even then, I'd keep an eye on that deck of cards.